Hey, hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. There's a lot up and running in the market already. The market is up and running already. Well, as far as pre market goes, and Apple earnings yesterday, and SPY is ripping, all the stuff is moving. Can you say moving? Keep on moving, don't stop. Yes, keep on moving. Let's see where we are. This is SPY here to the right. It is current price of SPY is 510, right? It's just at this resistance level from a couple days ago. This is the resistance from April 29th, and SPY is currently hanging out in that same area right now. So if you had some stuff from overnight, it's probably going to pop first thing this morning. Apple earnings was bananas, right? Apple was bananas. Let me make sure I got the right screen here. Hey, Tamar. Hey, Nori. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Yep, we're in the pre-market. This is what Apple's looking like over here to the left. This was Apple's earnings. Like the candle's so big, I'm having to squish and squish, right? This was Apple's after earnings. Apple announced that they were going to do a billion or several $billion buyback of their stock, which I don't necessarily understand what that really means, but it must be seen as a positive thing because they popped like big time after that. So this is where Apple is definitely going to have an up run. It could be, of course, there's always a little bit of pullback because it's got to gain some strength, but there may be people who pile on. So again, never investment advice, but just you want to watch the things that are moving. Apple, because it's a big player in SPY and in SPX, then XSP, you're going to see those move as well. Triple Q, all of those that are impacted by Apple are going to move as well. So just be prepared. Now, as sellers, y'all already know, as sellers, we don't have to jump into the fray right off rip, but we do want to wait, see what happens, let everything settle down, and then you decide what it is you're going to do. Yeah, Apple does have plenty of cash to burn. They had several trillion or billion on there, like in cash reserves, 73 billion, I want to say, because in cash reserves I saw somewhere. And you got that kind of cash, you can, I think it's 200 billion they want to do for the buyback, or 110 billion. It's some big number for their buyback of stock. So definitely for those of you who are accumulators, Apple's still remains a stock to accumulate. Okay, our VIX is at 1381 right now. Of course, VIX, the market is up, so the VIX is probably going to be in a reasonable place, right? 13.81 is where the VIX is this morning. U.S. labor market cooled notably in April. I'm telling you that non-farm productivity must have been a thing because the market loved it this morning, and ES popped and definitely in the pre-market. So U.S. job growth totaled 175,000 in April, much less than expected, while unemployment rose to 3.9%. So even though it sounds like this is less than they expected the jobs to grow, it still seemed like the market wanted to absorb it nicely. This is this Friday morning. Average hourly earnings was month over month, and it was 2%, which was a little bit lower than what anticipated and what it was last time. Non-farm employment changed 175,000. They were thinking it was going to be 238,000, and the last one was 315. So this is quite red, but that didn't seem to matter. I guess Apple overshadowed what's going on there. Unemployment rate 3.9%, up a tenth of a percent from what they anticipated and what it was last month, right? Or last week. Unemployment rate, I don't know if they give us this every week, probably. Final services PMI 945 is coming up. That's important data. ISM services PMI at 10 o'clock. So listen, just to give you a little bit of guidance, whatever's popping at 9:30, you're going to want to wait to see if it's popping after 10. Okay, because this 10 o'clock turnaround is a real thing. Perhaps there'll be a run. People there's gonna be some profit taking. Folks gonna say, yep, I got my money. I got my IV crush. I'm gonna go ahead and get what I'm gonna get. And it may be some pullback. If, they pull back and then continue to go up, that may be opportunities for entry. You might want to see where is the top or what goes on there. And then you go ahead and make you a move, right? 8:15 tonight, FOMC member Williams is going to speak. And then tomorrow, Cook is going to speak out of the FOMC committee, the committee. Looking at the investing.com/economic calendar. If Janae is on here, which she is, /economic calendar is there. Looking at anything popping up. The global services PMI is at 945. That's a red. I mean, it's three stars over here. There's only a yellow folder, an orange folder on Forex Factory. 10 o'clock, we've got the ISM, non-manufacturing employment. ISM PMI is going to come at 10 o'clock. That's pretty much 10 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, we do have some oil rig counting. That all happens at 1 o'clock is the oil rig counting. 3:30 is the speculative positions, which basically people who trade futures and stuff set those positions to go from there. Let's go see what, well, come on, you can still continue to work. As soon as the market opened, all of my stuff just decided it was going to chill out. So let's flip to another screen. Let's flip to another screen. That's easy enough. One little screen area don't stop the show. We can keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. Come on, baby. Come on. You actually don't want to do up here. There we go. Earnings last night. As we saw, we had Apple and Coinbase and Block, which is Square. DraftKings also last night after market close. Those are 4 that were anticipated. Cloudflare, Fortinet, Amgen is another one that's on the watch list at this point. And then this morning, we got a lot of people that I don't know who they are. So Hershey, I do know them. Fubo, Arbor, Floor, CBOE, I know who they are too. That's all. These are the people who reported this morning. As far as Adam's numbers go, Adam, he might have sent another tweet out since I grabbed these numbers. Basically, he says, yesterday, my final target was 5072 in SPX, which we hit before Apple earnings. This rally came off a textbook failed breakdown of the 5018 level, which we talked about yesterday. We talked about that yesterday. And which held 10 times this week. That 5018 held 10 times this week. The plan today, keep holding your runners. 5072 is support with a flag above, which sets up 5086, 5106. If 5072 fails, then we dip to 5052. Okay, so information there. If 5072 is support, I'm trying to go to look at the chart, but it's taking time to refresh itself. Flag above the 5072, and it's going to set up 5086, 5106, going up above the 5100 again. If 5072 fails, then we're going to dip to 5052. 5052. Let me change us back to the chart screen. SPY is now currently at 510. Maybe looks like it may be trying to come on back down and see what's up with this gap that it now has created. SPX over here. Okay, SPX opened this morning at 5127. It opened at 5127. We are in the middle of a little bit of a pullback. This is the 30-minute chart. I'm going to switch it over to 15. I mean, that's still going to be the same here regardless because we're still in the first 15 minutes. So that's going to be there. Okay, coming down a little bit. That's going on. Let's see. I'm going to switch over to Apple and see what Apple is looking like. SPX is on the left, I think. Yes, and Apple is on the right. Or do I have it backwards? No, I got it that way. SPX is on the left. Apple is on the right. Apple popped and it opened at 186, pulling back a little bit as well. Now, pullbacks, it might pull back and see about coming into this gap, but you want to see where your support is. Looks like equilibrium is like starts at 182.75. That's a couple dollars down from where we currently are. And this could be a support area that will now turn us around, turn Apple around. I say us like, I'm part of the company. I'm not part of the company, not at this point. Okay, so I see some support right in this area, which it is now hanging in that area. It has come right into the support. That's 184.92. This from this candle back here, February 23rd, which was a Friday. Happened to be a Friday. Happened to be a Friday. Okay, let's see where we are. So many opportunities this morning. Of course, we've got our whole list of stuff from this week. I wasn't going there yet, and I don't want to go there yet either. So let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. What stock we looking at this morning? I know we've got some. I'm going to leave that one there. Apple's doing its thing over here. Let me look at Amazon. What's Amazon got going? This here morning, it also had a gap up open. Amazon did. I'm going to look at the Qs here in a second, see what triple Q is doing us for. Amazon opened at 186.99. And it's got a little bit of a red going on this first 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. I think it's 7 minutes. We've been in the market now about seven whole minutes. 7 whole minutes. Not a word from you. Y'all don't know what I'm thinking about. Don't even think about it. Don't even. Hey, Lakia. Hey, Tanya. Good morning, Jamie. Hey, Ward. Hey, Janae. How y'all doing this morning? Y'all put in here what we're looking at today, because you want to make sure that the trades that you had going and you had set, that those are all ready for you to make your move. If you need to make your move, you want to be ready to make your move. Make that move right now, baby. I can only sing a little bit of each song because, they'll pull you in on copywriting if you're not careful about singing your songs or, making up songs like I do. Because I take the songs that they have and I make them up. Yes, I do. I do. Okay. All righty. Did we see any comments? Any tickers we checking out this morning? I wanted to see what that. Oh, we had Carvana from yesterday, right? Didn't we look at Carvana from yesterday? I actually put my close order in this morning to see if it would go ahead and close, and they're close to closing. That I have a Carvana Iron Condor, and my Carvana Iron Condor is 123 is my top part. Let me see. Let me get me a line. 123 is my sell leg on the call credit spread side. Right there. And 114 is my put credit spread area. 114. Where's 114? Here. So I'm expecting price to stay in this little here zone. Yes, it can stay in this here zone. This is the daily chart. Take us down to 15. Want us to stay between those two lines there. I have a buyback order in place for each of them because I'm not going to sit idly by and let my good trade go south. It's not happening. It's not happening. Looks like the put credit spread side is actually ready to close now, and it just needs to. It has to catch, or it has to be worth what I'm asking for, which I was fine to buy it back for $1, but I think it's worthless at this point. It'll have to see what happens there. And then the call credit spread side, actually the put credit spread, there we go. One of these, it's jumping around because of the volatility. It's jumping around. It went down to where it was worth nothing, and now it's jumping around a little bit. I've got them set to close for $2 actually. And if it sticks with that, then we'll ride it. If not, we'll do what it do. That's how that goes. We'll do what it do. Okay. Carvana was on my list. What do y'all have on your list? Oh, let's see, Baba. I think when we looked at Baba yesterday, Baba had popped out of one of those sides. We were looking at it last night on the call, and I think it had popped out of one of the sides. Baba call credit spread is playing with my emotions, 79.80. Oh, that's Baba right here. Wow, y'all see Baba? What happened in the morning? What happened in the morning? Right? So that call credit spread, it looked like it might come on back through. So definitely make sure you're watching your charting. And if it act like it want to act right, then let it. All right. Don't knee jerk. Try to let it. Remember, our trades are good as long as until we get to expiration. So as time passes through the day, of course, if it's tight and close, you want to keep your eye on it to make sure that if you need to make a move, you can. But it looks like it's trying to come on back into the zone. Good morning, Johnny. Janae says, I plan on getting out of Nvidia above or at 85%. Girl, you better go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm proud of you, Janae, girl. Good morning, Karen. And Lakia says, I'm in a SPY call. Yeah. What strike did you have for your SPY call? What strike did you have for that? I actually have SPY calls as well. I may take us down to a couple of these. My platform is moving slow because it's a lot of activity happening. So the platform is moving quite slow. Okay. All righty. I hear it. Let's look at Nvidia now that we're here. Alibaba might be okay. Keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on that. There was a time before I had some stuff that was up and running, and then at right at time I knee jerked and closed it, and them mugs moved all day long. I was like, I closed it at 9:35. It broke. It was last Friday actually. Broke my heart. Okay, so Nvidia this is the Nvidia opening. What are we on? We're on a 15-minute chart. Not sure why. Are we still in the 15-minute window? Yeah, we're still in the 50. I thought we were out of the 15-minute candle. I'm still looking over here, SPX on the left, but this is Nvidia. It has popped up definitely to a reversal. This is all this stuff you see, this red is all resistance. So it is definitely coming to a resistance area. This long wick says it still wants to go up, where the sellers try to come in and the buyers are like, not so. There's a lot of indecision happening in this candle right now. Nvidia is trying to move, and they're like, let us go. Give us free. Anybody ever watch Amistad? Give us free. There's a long wick actually on both sides of this candle, and now it's turning green. So that's Nvidia. Between green and red. I don't know what I want to do. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Where's my time frame continuity on this chart? I don't know where that is. Where is my time frame continuity on this chart. Why is it not showing up? Maybe it's at a different spot and I'm in the wrong place on the chart. Let me go to the daily and see if I can bring it back on the screen. Where are you? I don't see it. Okay, let me go over here to Nvidia then so I can see the time frame continuity. Remember, basically the daily and the hourly are all going to be the same because we're in the first hour. Hour, daily, weekly, monthly on Nvidia is all green at this point. Well, this is the next candle. That's the next candle. And it decided I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go right now. Yes, I'm ready to go right now. That's what it said. I'm ready to go. 825 strike, or should I let it expire? And listen, I'm not fooling up with you this morning today. I am not fooling up with you. 825 strike is probably going to expire worthless though. Listen, ma'am. It's probably going to expire worthless. That is not financial advice. You need to make up your own mind. I'm just saying. Let it go and take your 250 and go do something else with it. That's what you can do there. All right. Nvidia's popping. It definitely hit this resistance up here and came right on back. Oh, today you all are funny. My community is the best. Just in case you were wondering, the E2T membership community is the best on the planet. These people love people. They love to trade. They love to hang out together. They like being sellers, right? We ride or dies over here. We will ride out. So feel free to, if you decide you want to join us in the membership, our membership is always open. You can go to educatortotrader.com and sign up with the membership. It's $97 a month, $97 a month. Okay. If you're looking at all the stuff we're looking at and wondering what does all this stuff on this chart mean and what are y'all doing in this charting, you might want to go check out startwiththechart.com. Startwiththechart.com and figure out some stuff on indicators. What do candles mean? What this long wick I mentioned, do you know what that means? This itty bitty top to bottom, do you know what that means? And if you're not sure, then you should go and check in on us at startwiththechart.com. It's a free webinar. You don't cost you nothing but an email. It does cost you that. And since your email probably didn't cost you anything, then it won't cost you anything to start with the chart and learn some stuff. We're going to learn some stuff over at startwiththechart.com. Okay. This weekend, we do have, for those who are in my community, we have our coaching call tomorrow. We have our coaching call. We're going to talk about using PeakBot. How do we use PeakBot for automated trading? I am completely hooked up with the PeakBot folks. Yes, I'm an influencer, but I would not influence somebody that I didn't agree with what they were doing. But PeakBot is checking for the sellers. Automated trading for sellers. Yes, yes, and yes. I'm waiting for the trend spread bot. I'm actually beta testing the trend spread bot, the one that will do call credit spreads and put credit spreads based on the trend. Oh goodness, based on the overall trend of that particular stock. That's going to go live. I'm looking at my phone because I want to see what Dylan said. Okay, it's target date for the trend spread going live is the 20th of this month. Let's go. Let's go. Trend spread means that you pick a stock. Let's say you pick Nvidia. The trend spread bot will say, okay, Nvidia over the 67 period EMA is showing bullish, which of course Nvidia is showing bullish right now. And it will enter put credit spreads for you. It'll take whatever the proper strikes are, 30 delta for the sell leg, 10 delta for the buy leg, and it's going to enter those spreads for you. At the end of the week, the bot is also going to close that trade for you, right? Whenever it gets to, it might be the end of the week. If it reaches its maturity before the end of the week, the bot is going to close it. What? The bot is going to open and close your trade. Do y'all see me? Do y'all see me? Do y'all see me? Talk about hands-free, automated money in credit spreads. First of all, credit spreads, you all know, is already our jam. right? And if somebody's going to do it for us, going to pick the right strikes, pick the right time to enter, and then's going to exit on my behalf. What? And what? Y'all see Nvidia going on by this way? Yes, it is. Jeanette, your trade is probably almost worthless, if not worthless. It's probably very close to being worthless. And yes, you could close it at 85%, or you could leave it all day and worry about Nvidia falling off. You don't have to. I'm just saying, do what you comfortable doing, sis. Alrighty, so this is SPX over here. SPX, did we get a 15-minute candle? Why did we not get? Oh, that's SP 500. No, it's SPX. Why are we not getting that first 15-minute candle that we can use? Is this it then? Where's the next candle? Did it jump or something? We passed 15 minutes. That's weird. Why are we not getting that next candle on SPX? Let me go back over here because this should be. I'm going to turn one of these off so that way we're only seeing one thing and nobody's getting confused. Mainly me. Is not getting confused. Here we go. SPX. Why did they not want to show us that second candle on that other screen? So weird. Okay, let's put our lines onto our 15-minute for the breakout, people. Want to make sure that if we're looking to break out, we want the top of the first candle, the bottom of the first candle, to see that it breaks out between out of here. Looks like the second candle, the wick has broken out, but the candle itself has not broken out. But if you see the time frame continuity, of course, the hour and the day are going to be based on what's happening right now. And because we gapped up, it's going to be green for those two. The week, though, SPX is still showing green, month, and so on and so forth. We can bring this down. Usually I get a little more time frame continuity that gives us closer times, like it takes me down to the 30 and 15 minutes, but I don't see that happening today. So at this point, we're working with what we're working with. This is what SPX is doing. The computer is working hard right now. Okay. Let's see what Apple is popping. As Apple still moving on up, keep on moving, don't stop. Yes, I guess I should put AAPL, not SSP. I don't know who they are, and they don't know either. It's like Apple is pulling back a little bit, and when it pulls back, you know how you are. Anybody here do archery? Anybody here do archery? If you do archery, you know you got to pull back to go up, right? This was the shot. Pew. Now it's got to pull back a little bit so it can go. Pew. You want to be ready. Be ye also ready. That's what we want to be. Be ye also ready. Okay. Do we have anything else that we want to do this morning? I have a business meeting on the other side of town. Take me to the other side of town. I got to go to the other side of town. And I need to be there. So I don't have a whole lot more time, but I'm willing to look and see what we need to see. If we got something we want to look at here. Tanya, everybody's trades are doing fine so far. Only one I think we talked about was Baba. Did anybody else mention something with the trade that they want us to look at to make sure it's going good? I also want to keep in mind as I wait for y'all to put those in the chat. If you're going to remember, entering on Friday as a seller is a thing, right? And it's not necessarily a bad thing, not investment advice. I'm just saying, when you enter on Friday, you get the 2 days of the weekend for Theta to draw those numbers up, to draw up your premium. So entering on a Friday, you get 2 days of premium drawdown, Theta drawdown, and then on Monday, Tuesday, your trade may be ready. That's what happened to me this week. I entered, Peakbot entered for me the Delta Airlines and TQQQ this week. And then they entered last Friday for this Friday expiration. But by Tuesday, that Delta Airlines trade was ready to close on Tuesday, and TQQQ was ready on Wednesday. Those things are helped out by price action and Theta decay that happens over the weekend. So definitely keep that in mind when you're entering on Friday. Look today after 12 o'clock, Peakbot updates the watch list to include things like what's having earnings next week and all that stuff. So after 12 o'clock, you can go to look at Peakbot's watch list. Use peakbot.com/watch lists with the S on the end and go look at the watch list. If you decide you want to pick something for next week, you can, look at the watch list and then you decide. If the trend spread bot is not ready till the 20th, but you can look at what's on the watch list and pick stocks for yourself. Right now, what Peakbot does is pick the 30 delta. Peakbot selects the 30 delta on whichever side. If it's bearish or bullish, it picks the 30 delta, and then that's the sell strike, and the 10 delta is the buy strike. That makes the spreads a little wider, but if you just want a one spread or 50-cent spread, do what you're comfortable with. But use the watch list to your benefit as you're looking to see what you're interested in. All right. You're looking to see what you're interested in. Someday in the future, I may end up starting to do our weekly watch list thing that I put out on the weekend. I may start doing it on Fridays. I have to see how if my life leaves room for that. Does the bot work on interactive brokers? That's a good question, Non-Collie. I've not heard interactive brokers mentioned, but I want to say, wait a minute now, because let me ask Dylan, because somehow the bot does Peakbot, because I really remember him talking to me about being able to use it internationally, and I want to say that had to be interactive brokers. Let me check into that one now, colleague. Please ask me that question again, maybe in our Telegram or something. I just sent it to Dylan, and if he replies back before I get off this call, I will let you know. But I know that they were talking about being connected with a broker that puts them international and in several countries. So, okay, I got a thumb down. So that's a no at this point. Who is the international broker? I want to say it might be Tasty Trades, but I'll see what he says back because he did just reply that. Okay, let's look at Goog. Tradier and Tasty Trades are the ones that are international. Tradier and Tasty Trade. That's too many S's in Tasty. It's not that tasty. Tasty Trade are the international brokers. Okay, this is Google we're looking at. See what it's doing right now. Since the market is opened, first hour and day are both red. It's because all this is the same. The first two are the same information. It's red on the week as well. What do you have for strikes, Tanya? If I'm looking here, Tanya's the winner of our competition. In case y'all was wondering, it wasn't our competition. It was the Peakbot competition for Peakbot picks, picking the most successful trades. And Tanya she won third place, baby. Boom, bam, 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 bam. Yes, Educator the Trader showing up. Good job, Tanya. Good job. If I was looking, it's current price is at 167.97. We got this gap underneath here, which is at 166.21. And then if you wanted to go even lower, you've got, I don't know what you have already for your strikes, or if you're looking for next week. Listen, I want y'all to think about too, if you find a stock that works for you and it works for you over and over, keep rinsing and repeating the same stock. Right? If you find one that you like, you don't mind watching, you like to trade, then trade that stock. If you like Amazon, AMD, those are two of the ones that I'm a fan of, then go ahead and trade those over and over and over. There's no reason to, test out other stuff if you don't have to trade what you have there. Janae says she's done for the day. 97% sigh of relief. I'm so proud of you, sis. I'm so proud of you. This is a milestone movement for Janae, the accounting person who now is like, I could close my trade early and leave those few dollars on the table. So proud of you. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay. What I see below Google is this gap here that is going to need filling. It's a big one. It's a big one. So somewhere in these two places. All righty. Let's move ourselves to wrap up. I need to wrap up. All righty. Y'all are wonderful folks. I'm glad. Thank y'all for hanging out with me every morning. Me and Jamie, between the two of us, y'all just ride out with us, and I appreciate it. If you're in the community, you know we're having coaching call tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, I'm always available in the Telegram and such there. Our E2T declaration. I declare I'm a great trader. I declare I'm a successful trader. I declare I'm a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses. My account is growing more and more each week. I'm a wise and knowledgeable trader. I always make smart and lucrative decisions for my portfolios. I declare I'm a level-headed trader who does not trade my emotions. Our prayer is, Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. You teach our hands to war with the purpose of establishing your kingdom. Help us today to trade wisely and strategically in order to fulfill this purpose. Give us more than enough so we can have what we need and enough to be a blessing to others. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so if you're looking for next week, Tanya, I'm seeing you've got a gap underneath and a gap above. So I would look at your probability out of the monies, right? Maybe the top of the bottom of this gap is going to play resistance. Right here, the bottom of the gap, and then partway through the gap is going to play resistance. I'm just eyeballing 50%. And then, of course, the top of the gap is also going to be resistance. If you're going to the gap below us, if you're even checking iron condor-ish, this is a lot of movement. There may be some iron condor opportunities. The top of the gap is going to play support. 1/4 of the way will play support, halfway, and then 3/4 of the way. You'd have to pick which one of these you like and maybe look back further to see what's going on. But at this point, we've been 5 days in between this zone, right? So you want to use that to your advantage. Use that to your advantage. All righty. All righty, everyone. Well, we're going to do 2 things today, as we do every day. 2, 3 things, right? We're going to stay green. We're going to get this money, and we're going to have a great green day. All righty. I will see you all in the market. Goodbye, everyone.